What's up YouTube fragrance family, Tommy with Studio Sins here, bringing you yet another video about fragrance. And today we're talking about something you're probably already familiar with. It is signature scents. Well, what exactly is a signature scent? A signature scent is something that when you smell it, you automatically resonate with, and any kind of scenario or situation or environment that you think of, it feels appropriate. So it's got some form of hyperversatility. You can wear it in any season and again in any scenario. So if you think that's what a signature scent is, you are mostly right. Now, one thing about signature scents that I want to highly recommend, don't hold yourself to one. Maybe you find a fragrance that you feel highlights a specific part of your personality that makes you feel bold or courageous or confident. For me personally, I have multiple signature scents and I recommend the same for you. In fact, today we're going to be talking about 7 bold signature scents that you should be wearing. Scents that I feel are underutilized or underrated. That and more is coming your way, so stay tuned. Welcome back everyone. So today we're going to be talking about signature scents, and in particular 7 of them, scents that I feel are kind of underutilized or underused or not often talked about. And a lot of these in this list, probably 4 or 5 of them, are from last year. A lot of times new releases, they come out, they get a little bit of attention, and then they recede to the background. And I feel that's kind of the case with these fragrances. Today we're going to dust them off, we're going to take another closer look at them, and I'll tell you why I feel they're a great bold option for signature scents for you. The very first fragrance we're going to talk about as a signature scent, a bold scent, was an offering that when it first was released as an eau de toilette, it was a little bit less than stellar. I personally liked it, but there were a lot of people out there that were like, what is this? The fragrance I'm referring to is K by Dolce & Gabbana, K Eau de Toilette, but the version we're going to focus on as the improvement is K Eau de Parfum. I really enjoy the Eau de Parfum version of this fragrance. I'm actually wearing it today. It takes that juniper note, pushes it even further, and it adds some really nice fig nectar. Fig is a great fragrance that smooths out the rough edges of the original formula. The thing that I really like about K Eau de Parfum as a signature scent is that open. That open has so much to recommend it. It's got blood orange, juniper berries, Sicilian lemon, regular lemon, cardamom. Takes a while for that top to start lingering into the heart. The heart is where you get that fig nectar, you get geranium, a little bit of lavender, and a bit of spicy clary sage. And the base is where you have cedar, patchouli, cypriol oil, or nagarmatha oil, and then vetiver. It's not just your standard blue fragrance. There's a creamy sweetness about it that's just really addictive in my book, and I really enjoy it, and I feel like you will too. K Eau de Parfum by Dolce & Gabbana. K was released in 2020. Our next signature scent that is bold and I recommend using is actually a new release for 2021 by Abercrombie & Fitch. And in the Fierce line of fragrances, and there's quite a few there, but it is Fierce Night. Now, Fierce as a general rule, as a general formula, you're probably already familiar with. If you've ever walked by an Abercrombie & Fitch in the mall, you know what Fierce smells like. But Fierce Night takes that formula, adds to it a little bit of an element of sensuality. We know Fierce to be a masculine, youthful fragrance, and it still is that. But this one adds a component of maturity to it, a level of intelligence. I think Fierce Night as a signature scent is a great, bold option. It's like Fierce, but a bit more reductive. It's safe for the office, but again, it adds a level of sensuality that makes it perfect for date nights as well. Fierce Night by Abercrombie & Fitch. Our next bold and confident signature scent is from Jean Paul Gaultier in the very now familiar Torso line of fragrances. It is Lebeau. Lebeau was created and launched in 2019. It's not that old. Lebeau, I think, is also misunderstood. A lot of people call this a kind of a sweet, summery beach scent. And it does have coconut in it, but to be fair, the coconut in this is more of a woody coconut because it's palm wood. There's bergamot, and then there's tonka bean in the base as the fixative. You don't have to get overcomplicated when it comes to wearing this. What makes this a really nice signature scent is its simplicity. You know, you do get that coconut in there, but it's more of a pleasantly clean, masculine scent that just carries itself really well, and it's got a bit of confidence in there. Just like all Jean Paul Gaultier fragrances, it has just a bit of the Le Male DNA, but not over much. If you don't really care for Le Male, there's still a really good possibility you'll enjoy Lebeau by Jean Paul Gaultier. One of the most recognized fragrances for men in terms of hyperversatility, in terms of blue fragrance, could be worn anywhere, is the Yves Saint Laurent line of fragrances, Y for men. You've got Y, the Eau de Toilette, the original. You've got Y Eau de Parfum. You've got Y Live. You've got Y Eau Fraiche. And now, of course, the eponymous Y, that's what I'm calling it, is Y Le Parfum. Ooyy Le Parfum, I think, is suffering from familiarity issues. Ooyy Le Parfum isn't just another Ooyy. It's like the end of the line. If you took constituents out of every single Ooyy fragrance, aspects about all of those fragrances that you like, enjoy, and love, that's what Le Parfum is. It's the perfect evolution of the Ooyy DNA. It's been maybe vilified a little bit and I think underutilized, but it's a fantastic, bold, confident standalone in the Ooyy line. And what I mean by that is if you don't own any Ooyy fragrances, if you're looking for a very fresh, fruity, clean fragrance, it doesn't get much better than Ooyy Le Parfum by Yves Saint Laurent. What do you get when you take green mandarin orange, orange blossom, apple, nutmeg, carrot seeds, suede, and vanilla, and you put them all in the same formula? You get Giorgio Armani's Armani Code Absolute, probably my favorite Armani Code fragrance. I used to think Armani Code Absolute Gold, but it's just a bit sweet. Now, I still like it. It's a great fragrance. If you opt to use Absolute Gold over Absolute, that's perfectly fine. But to me, this seems to just retain a bit more of a mature nature, and it's more appropriate for all settings. The office, including date nights, retains that versatility. It's not just a winter fragrance. It does have nutmeg in it. It does have a darker, more dense and weighty nature than a lot of signature scents, but I think it still retains that great for any situation kind of ambiance or aura about it when you're wearing it. And that's what, to me, makes for a bold, confident signature scent. Armani Code Absolute. Our next bold and confident signature scent is a fragrance from a line that suffered kind of a crisis of identity, meaning they were all kind of blending into one another. But now I think it's pulled away from that. It's separated itself, done a fantastic job of doing so. It is from Givenchy and the Gentleman line of fragrances. It is Gentleman Eau de Toilette Intense. This is a 2021 release, and I think a fantastic offering for a bold, confident signature scent. You've got bergamot, cardamom, and basil in the open. You've got that really nice blue iris in the heart combined with cypress. Lastly, in the base, as a fixative, setting it up for the success that it is, cedarwood and coumarin. Coumarin, of course, is the chemical composition that's pulled out of tonka bean. It just adds a very intense vanilla-like licorice, a little bit of magnolia. It's just a fantastic overall base for a fantastic fragrance. My wife loves this on me, and she's not a big fan of iris, but she loves the blue iris combined with the cypress in the heart of this fragrance. And to me, that's what gives it the versatility to be a bold signature scent. Gentleman Eau de Toilette Intense by Givenchy. Last of the 7 bold, confident signature scents that we're going to consider today has also kind of suffered a crisis of identity. Not only the formula, the notes that create it, but also its very popular brothers from the Prada Lunarosa line of fragrances. It is Prada Lunarosa Ocean. Now, Ocean is one of those fragrances when you first smell, it's easy to think of this as a very synthetic kind of fragrance because it comes off that way. But what it is the notes that are combined together pack such a powerful wallop. When you first smell it, you got to let them dry off a little bit. Then you can begin parsing the notes that combine to make this the really fine fragrance signature scent that it is. You've got the duo of lavender and sage. It opens up with a very fresh, clean, the unique kind of textured leather heart in this fragrance, not really leather, but it kind of comes off as leather, is a combination of suede and saffron, combined with the elegant, creamy note of iris or iris root. The notes in Ocean finally end with a masterful blend of patchouli, Haitian vetiver, and some musk. Ocean started out rough for me. The seas were kind of stormy, but then they settled down, and this became one of the more, for me, kind of addictive smelling fragrances. Hard to get my nose out of. I really enjoy the complex nature of Ocean. And as a signature scent, it turns out that it's extremely well performing and versatile. It's not just a aquatic summer fragrance, and also it doesn't have caramel in it, or caramel, however you want to say it. It is not a note in this fragrance, despite several websites out there saying that it's got caramel in it. It's not. Prada Lunarosa Ocean. Well guys, that's it for 7 bold, confident signature scents that you can wear on any occasion, and you can mix and match between whichever one you feel resonates best with the scenario that you're walking into. These are all going to be excellent, quick, easy grabs, and they're all very affordable. If you already have experience with these fragrances and would like to share those, let us know in the comments below. Or if you've got other bold, confident signature scents you'd like to add to this list, let us know those as well. Thanks so much though for stopping by, checking out today's video. As always, thank you so much for your support on my channel. I'm Tommy with Studio Sense, and I'll see you tomorrow.